Alright guys, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this ultimate GFX masterpiece. Alright guys, so to start off we're just going to open Roblox Studio. Links for everything will be in the description. Let's just go to new and then let's open a new base plate. Here I'm just going to click the save button. It's in the team create menu, so if you don't see that, just come under view and open up the team create right here. I'm just going to call this GFX tutorial number 2. I publish it under me. Sounds about right. Go ahead and hit save. Okay, turn on. Might as well turn on team create so your friend can come join the game if you really wanted to do that. Alright, so now I'm in here. I'm going to just open up my windows, don't mind that. Okay, so now we're gonna get started. We're gonna need to select a guy. So what am I gonna do? Just gonna go over here to the toolbox. What guy should I do? What kind of guy should I do? Let's search. Air Force pilot. Yeah, just search around, try to find one that you like. Do whatever you want. Doesn't have to be an Air Force pilot. Let's just go with this one. Okay, so okay, so you go ahead under here, put this helmet. Let's just bring that back out into the main part of the model. Torso, he has this vest. I don't like the vest. Should get rid of it. Yeah, I like the textured vest better. So I'm just gonna go ahead to right click on this. Let me just drag this. So you just want to save this to your computer. New folder. Sorry, I'm going through my files right now. Here we go. Okay, so I have this folder right here, so I'm just going to want to name this Air Force Pilot in my specified folder. We're going to save that. Okay, if you have a lower end PC, it might take a while. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to this helmet part, and I'm going to do the same thing, export selection, and I'm going to call this helmet. Okay. Now we have that done, you're going to want to go to the link in the description. This could be a media file link. I just want to go ahead and download that media file link and unzip the folder. So right here, we're going to end up with this Roblox rig v4 folder. You're just going to go ahead and open up the rig, open up type B, and there is default and faceless. I prefer faceless. Just double click that and it should open up Blender. If you don't have Blender installed, you're gonna probably want to go ahead and do that. So you're gonna want to see this thing. You probably have no clue what I'm doing right now or how I'm moving. It's pretty simple. Just hold down your middle mouse button and you can rotate. And if you're holding down Shift when you're doing that, then you can kind of just move around. So that's how moving works. So here we have this lovely fellow over here. So we're gonna want to go to File, Import Wavefront OBJ, and we're going to want to find that folder. So you see we got these. We got the helmet and the Air Force pilot. Don't worry about that. Just import the helmet OBJ. Should put it somewhere in the world. Okay. There we go. So if you don't see it, just come here into this like Explorer tab, click on it, right click, set origin geometry to origin, and it should bring it right to the middle of your Internal of your workspace. Where is this? Okay. So simple thing we should go do right here, because obviously if I was to go into rendered view, that rendered, so it's got like no color or anything on it. So we just want to come over here to this bottom tab. We want to hit X. We want to click new. Where is it? Oh, it's down here next to base color. We're gonna want to go image texture, open, and we're gonna want to go back to that folder. So pilot. It's got to be one of these. Nope, it's not that one. Pilot 5 texture. It is. Let's do pilot 1 texture. I believe it should have fixed that issue. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay. I'm just expecting something else. So just find the texture that fits your helmet. It is not that one. It is the other one. Number 1. Number 1 text. All right. Oh, just. And I deleted it. Okay. Let me re-import that. What's that OBJ? Okay. Sorry about that. Just bring it up. So you just want to go ahead and position it onto your character's head. You want to use this transform tool along the side. If you don't have that transform tool, then you want to click Control Tab and go to Object Mode. So just no, Control Tab. Okay. Just Control. No. Okay, I'm popping in and out of mode. Okay. So you just want to position this on his head. So you should probably get the rotation down first. And then we're going to want to go ahead and move it into position. Bring it down a bit more. Alright. I'm over, I forget which tab it is. Relations right here. Parent, we're going to go in here, type mesh head. And now that's done. So now when I come over here, you see it moves as one piece. If you don't do that, it's going to move separately. There you go, I just undid that. Now when I go to move it, it doesn't move with it. So parent it again. There you go. Oh, helmet, parent, mesh head, select, and moves as one. Alright. Now obviously this guy looks pretty boring. We want to spice him up, so just go ahead and select any part. Torso works fine. Go where is it? There's so many tabs in here. Okay. Down here to the bottom we're gonna hit delete. Just delete the whole texture. We're gonna add a new one. Down here. Image texture. Open up. I believe it's pilot 22. Yes, it is. Aha. My helmet's backwards. Okay. The guy thing should be on the left. That's my mistake. Really sorry about that. Okay. Now we have it the right way. So now if I go back under his torso, just up here where it says material, we're gonna go and name it like body. There we go. So now we just want to go ahead to the left arm And right up here from this drop down menu, we just want to hit body. You see it, it's filling in the texture for us, so you don't have to go ahead and load it in for every individual piece. And last but not least, the head. You see underneath the head, there's his face. Alright, so now if I was to come over here and move it, yep, whole guy comes with it. Okay, so we've pretty much set up our guy here. And pretty nice. Now we just want to go ahead and put him in whatever pose we want to put. So we're going to want to select one of these little sections. If it selects the whole thing, Control Tab, go into pose mode, and I like the transform tool. It's got rotate, scale, and everything. Okay, don't do that. See, you can rotate his arm. You got this one for the lower arm, and it kind of just bends and smooth. If you want to rotate his hand, select that weird jagged one. Yeah, it's a weird pose, but that's how you move that. Oh, Christ, what do I do? Move his arms out a bit. So this, it just makes it more seamless. You can see from the arm, just makes the whole pose look a lot better. Of course, if you don't want the helmet up here, you can always just move it around wherever you want. So if you wanted to make a different thing, I want to just switch it up. So I'm going to go back into here. I'm just going to search up hair. Just search up hair. Black tricky hair. There you go. Move this into the space. Group it just so it looks better. And we're going to want to name this black hair. Export selection. Over here we want to call this hair. So come back into here. File. Where is it? I'm blind. Import. Wavefront OBJ. Hair.obj. Nope. Set origin geometry to origin. And boom, now he's got hair. Now I can make him hold his helmet, All these little extra things. It's up to you what you want to do with your guy. Every person's different. Every GFX will be different. Right now I want to make his arm come out and his helmet be underneath his arm. What did I? How do you not rotate? What am I doing wrong? There we go. So, you don't want to go the way I want it to go. That's just great. Okay. I don't know why the arm is being finicky right now. It happens. It happens. Okay. That's just being weird. Just rotate his arm up. There we go. So I believe. Nope. Nothing. Move it underneath. I want to rotate this a bit. Alright, there we go. Now it's like he's holding his helmet. Looks like he's doing a little bit of a thumbs up. That's cool. I don't know why that arm is being a bit weird right now. Obviously, we don't want his legs to be like that. Almost his body's posed and his legs kind of just standing there, kind of off. I have no clue what I'm doing wrong right there. I'm just gonna want to move his legs out a bit, and then select the second part. Rotate that to be flat. We don't want stiff legs. Those just kind of look weird, you know? Okay, it's something about the leg not wanting to bend that way. Okay, that's weird. Anyways, grab that foot piece. There we go. So that looks nice, right? Obviously, don't mind all that stuff all over him that you won't see that. So we're just going to go ahead and hit Shift A, and we're going to want to insert. Oh, Control Tab. Okay, now I'm back in object mode. Shift A and camera. Click. Okay, so now we got this little camera. So this camera right here, this is essentially what the GFX is going to be taking a picture of. So there's two ways that you can look at the camera. You either hit this camera icon or the numpad 0, not like at the top of the keyboard, on the side. So you could just kind of click in and out and hit 0, or you could come over here to this menu, go to View, lock camera to view, and use local camera. And then you can kind of just, move it around a bit. So I just want to zoom out, I want to scroll up, it's kind of just moving the camera with me. So there you go. So I like this. I'm just going to undo those two. And boom, and move the camera. So now whenever we hit 0 or the camera button, we see this little rectangle square thing. So now we're going to want to go ahead and grab an HDRI, which is essentially this really cool way of saying a background. So let me just open a new Chrome tab. Okay, and over here I have this website, will be linked in the description, HDRI Haven, Polyhaven. Yeah, so we're just going to scroll down here to HDRIs. You just want to find one that kind of suits your guy. So this thing's loading. Obviously, there's a couple different ones. So I just want a sky, I want to make it look like he's outside. So just find a sky that you like. I like this one. I'm going to go ahead and download it. Yes, this is my Rudo Park. Okay, save. Perfect. Now we're going to go back into Blender. At the top, we're going to go to the Shading tab. Oh, we don't have one, so hit plus, General, Shading. There we go. And we have this whole shader menu thing. So we're going to go Object to World. So now we're editing the world. Delete, and then make a new world. From here, let me remember this. So we're going to need a mapping one. And then we're going to need some texture. No. Environment texture. Yes, there we go. Move these other two. So just be connect to vector. And your environment, we're going to open it up. So you're going to want to open that 4K image that you had. Now we come over to rendered view. It is not working. Let's check. Let's see why this is not. So, simple issue. I just simply forgot to add a block. It's called a texture coordinate, which we're gonna add at far left. I'm gonna drag the generated over to the vector, and there we go. So now you see the lovely sky. If you come on over to this fourth view over here, when we go into the 3 menu, you obviously you see all that stuff. Now you probably don't want to see that stuff. You just want to see the beautiful sky that you picked. I want to see like those clouds over there. So it's simple. This under this mapping tab right here, rotation right here, and you can just change it up a bit. So if I turn this 90 degrees, it's gonna change the HDRI by 90 degrees. That's what that looks like. Obviously, probably don't want that, so don't change that. Change this by what happens if I change this by 45? Look at that, it rotated the world by 45 degrees. Let's only do that by 15 degrees. And let's do this by 270. Let's see if this works. Getting closer. Aha. If I set this to 90. So this is just really playing around to get the perfect. Okay. Got to go up a bit more. Just a tad bit more. Actually. Gotta slowly turn the thing if you really wanted to. Or you could just do it in big increments like I'm doing. Let's go 45. 5. Alright, there's that. Just gotta put my. Let's just see, do I like this? Yeah, okay, I like that. Just trying not to focus on the outside. So if you like it, you can go back to default. I'm just gonna get out camera. Make sure the camera looks nice. For the sake of things, I'm gonna go back to the starter view so we're not loading in the HDRI. Now if you go back into your HDRI view, notice that there's some lighting on him, and that his hair is invisible. Why is his hair invisible? Okay, I know why. Just want to go to select the hair, go under properties, just delete the whole thing. New image texture, and you want to load in that image texture from before, and the one texture. Okay. So if any of your accessories or anything are invisible, that's the solution to that. Default. Let's go back to here. Let's go into render view, and it should load in his hair. Yep, there we go. So he's got his helmet, his up thing, legs, pose. Okay, so good. I like this. I'm gonna now. If you don't want an HDRI, so let's say you don't want to do that, and just come over here. I'm just gonna turn this off essentially. Yeah. Okay. Just take everything out. Okay. So now I'm in render view. There's nothing rendered. So if you just kind of want to do this and just have like the guy then make your own background later in editing, what we can do is we can come over here, Shift A, and then under light, spotlights are usually good. Just add in some lighting effects and just play around with this. So there you go. I want this to be big, smaller. Change that up here. Power. Set this to 1000. And now when I go in here and go into render view, you notice that there's like a light on them, but it's really small. put in oh, that's a couple too many zeros. Oh, let's change this to 5. There you go. See, there's now a light on him, and obviously this is going to render in that background, so just come over here, come to film, and then hit transparent, and now you're just going to get your guy. I like my lovely HDRI. HDRI also does come with lighting, so that's why I also like that. Okay, all those in, boop. Now, if you don't want your HDRI to show up, like the actual stuff, you just want the lighting from the HDRI, then you can just same thing, hit transparent. The HDRI goes away. You only have the lighting. But I like that background. I want to use that. So that is that. So hit render and render image. Depending on how powerful your PC is, this is oh nope 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 nope. I need to delete this spotlight. Just X delete. Okay. Now I can render the image. It was too bright. So what I was saying is, depending on how good your PC is, this might take a while. It might really lag out your PC because it is processing the image. But if you have a decent PC at least, then this is going to come out fine. So you could middle mouse button to move around and then scroll to zoom in and out. So here it's filling in all these little squares, and it's going to go ahead and do that. And you can see it is slowly piecing together the GFX that we just created. So you shouldn't really be doing anything until you really see this completely finish. So for those of you who decided not to do the HDRI background or whatever transparent, this is going to be going a lot faster because it doesn't have to render something in every single one of these little squares, only for these ones that actually have a character in them. So mine is actually going a lot slower because of that HDRI in the background. So if your computer kind of just crashes when you try to do this, try taking out the HDRI. That will most likely help with your problem. I just gotta wait for this to finish. You see we're getting to the edges, there's no main focus. It's going a lot faster. We got to the arm, slow down. And we should be, yeah, you see it's going insanely fast now. It's almost finished. Finishing this area, and then we're going to do the 2 strips on the ends. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So this is the render that we've created. Obviously, if you did transparent background, your background is going to be transparent. Now we just go to image, save a copy, and you save it to wherever you want. So I'm just going to call this render. Save image as. Okay. Give it a second. You see it's still loading. Okay. Now let me get that Chrome tab that we had open. We're going to want to go to sketch.io. Close that HDRI tab at the bottom. Open Sketchpad. Again, all these links are going to be in the description. So you see pixels. You want to hit new. So I want to make a new thing. So I'm just going to Google Roblox thumbnail size. It should tell me. Okay. 1920. So the width, let's do 1920. And the height is going to be 1080. That's what I want for this. Transparent. And okay. So zoom out. Okay. There you go ahead under clip art. Load your own image. And yup, it's going to my main image folder. Uh, okay, render. Here we go. That's not working. Fun. Okay. I know the solution. I'm just going to go over here to my folder. I'm going to open it up, and I'm just going to drag it on over, drop files here. There we go. Okay. You can use your own photo editor, but I just prefer using this one. So as you can see, like the camera, actually the correct size. Make sure it overlaps. Okay. We can go ahead and add some lovely text. Fancy text. Let's select the font. Let's go with Droid Surf. Okay. Let's make a text box. And let's write United States Air Force. So does this one have an outline? Okay. So I want a white outline. Change the line width. Actually, let's give it a blue outline. It's the United States Air Force. Bigger United States Air Force. And there we go. So that's your GFX. Now for your GFX, I really recommend that you put a little signature on it. So where's lobster? And I'm going to go ahead and make this black, make this white. Make a tiny little text box. Black, ferocious. Hashtag 3712. Actually, no, that's my Roblox name. Okay. Styles, and then opacity. This is how seeable it is. So I'm just gonna do 50. Let's see how good 50 looks. All right, there we go. So now we have the little watermark in. Scale it up a bit. There we go. That should be it. Of course, if you want to go ahead and add, whatever else you want onto this, go right ahead. They do have their own stickers. So I don't know if you want a turkey in the background. Go ahead. I don't want a turkey in the background though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit export. Download. You can download in any of those files. I'm messing around with the settings, but just go to this folder, and I'm just gonna call this USAF GFX 2. There you go. Save. Now if I open when done, it's gonna load up. It's loading on my other tune. And photos load slow, but when it would load, and I closed it. Let me open it back up. There we go. United States Air Force. Of course, Windows editor, I could edit it, but I don't want to. So you can go ahead, use that on your Roblox games, and so on. So I really hope you had a good time today, just chilling out. But no, there's no peace signs. Well, anyways, make sure to like and sub, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.